What's up, good people? Hey. What's up, good people? Hope you guys are doing well. I almost messed that up pretty terribly. Um, what's up, Periscope? What's up, Facebook? Kind of got a lot going on over here. Let's see. I'll try that. There we go. Yeah, that's better. Hi, Courtney Prevost. How are you? What's up, guys? I hope you guys are doing well. I hope you guys are doing really, really, really well. Hey, Denisha, how you doing? I was looking for you in the car stand today, but I ain't see you up there. I was watching. I hope you guys are having an amazing Sunday. I hope you guys have had an amazing Sunday. It has been a good one over here. I got things going on like a couple different screens, so I'm gonna just kind of bounce around. Let me turn this down. I hope you guys are doing well. I do have something to say. Oh, you're fine. What's up, Myron? Myron, you said something funny in my comments earlier. You were like that. You said that was shady. It was so funny, man. I hope you guys are doing really, really good. I pray you guys have had an amazing weekend. Yeah, I saw Sky up there singing. Hope you guys are having an amazing weekend. Had an amazing weekend and getting ready to go into this next Monday. I definitely I jumped on here because there's something I really want to tell you guys. I'm not sure if you guys had a chance to look at the name on the thing or whatever, the description or whatever it's called. But I was like, I really want this to help you all. So do me a quick favor before I jump right into it, because I'm not going to delay the time. Hit the share button. Invite your friend that's lazy. Invite your friend that probably needs to be told they need to do better with life. Like, invite that friend really quickly, because this is really going to help each and every one of us as we go into this week. Because I do know this. I do feel this. Man, I missed you guys in Huntsville. I really do feel like this is going to be a very monumental week for everybody who takes the time to sit here and watch this. There's no other way to say that. I believe it wholeheartedly that this week is going to be something special, just because you encountered this. Because naturally I love to talk, but I only really try to get on here when I really have something to say or when I feel really pressed. So I'm going to give it a few more seconds. I got people coming. What's up, Gary? Got people jumping in on a couple of different platforms. I mean, I really know this is going to do just what it needs to do for you as you get ready to go into this week. Also, this week is not just a great week because God told me, but this is also homecoming week at my illustrious university, my alma mater, Alabama A&M University. So if you are anywhere near Huntsville, you need to get to the Hill for homecoming. I promise you, you need to be right in the mix. It's homecoming week. It's homecoming week. We don't go to class and we don't go to sleep. Absolutely. We don't go to class. We don't go to sleep. And homecoming is something very, very special, especially if you went to an HBCU. It's almost like Christmas. But that's not what I jumped on here to talk about. But I do want to talk about this. So now that I have you guys' attention, I've talked about homecoming. I got on my Kappa t-shirt. Everybody should be focused in right about now. I really want to share with you guys this. So this is going to help you because it's really helped me. I've realized over the years, over just kind of assessing my own life, assessing where I am in my journey, assessing how things are going, looking at the trends and how things happen up and down, no matter which season that I'm in. And I realized that there are a couple principles and a couple things that are going to go across the board that'll always help you win. Hear me. It's a couple things in life that if you just do well and do consistently, it will always help you win. And I want to give you guys these because I really do believe it's something so special on this particular week for each and every one of us. Like, it's really something special. So I believe if we jump in and really take advantage and maximize and push, that we'll really get the results out of this week. We'll start seeing it as early as tomorrow, but by Friday, some great things will have popped off in each and every one of our lives. So I want to give you guys these two quick things and I'm going to get off so you can go about the rest of your Sunday. So the first thing, man, I had an amazing time at church today. I made a post about it because I'm never the person that has to talk about how great church was. But really today, something powerful happened to me personally because the preacher today, Pastor Josh Hart, preached about our minds and the state of our minds and how pretty much a lot of our minds are just kind of all over the place and they don't have to be. And he really broke down some things, some powerful components with concerning our minds that really just kind of realigned me and kind of put the icing on the cake for the week that I've had. I've had a week full of revelation, a week full of realizing where I am, why I'm where I am, and also getting some solidification, getting some answers and some validation and some confirmation and some affirmation and some direction, all that good stuff. I've been getting that kind of stuff from God for the last 5 days. But today he talked about the power of the mind. So if you guys haven't watched it, I would encourage you guys to. But most importantly, when you think about the mind, and because I'm such an applicable person, I like to, if I hear it, let me put it to work. I had to really go back to what I knew worked, a recipe for success that I had for quite a while that really allowed me to get to my place called there or to the point when I guess you can say I've arrived. Many of us, we have good work ethics, or we think we do, but we just get off on the wrong foot. And I'm going to give you guys 2 keys to win this week, because I can't say this enough. I really feel something very divine and very special about this week for each and every one of us. But I know it's going to take some intentional effort on our end to really live it out, to see it out, to kind of walk out what we believe that we're going to see. So in the midst of that, I want to give you guys these 2 things. So the first thing of how you're going to really see some manifestation and see some results this week, you have got to get ahead. It's Sunday night. I promise you, it's Sunday night. And because I know this week is going to be very prosperous for you, I can't say that enough. You've got to get ahead this week. You've got to get a jump on this week tonight. So when we get off this thing, I promise you, I'm almost begging you, but I'm challenging you guys to really assess what needs to happen this week. You guys have, with everything that you have coming up, if you're going to homecoming this week, lucky for you. But most importantly, before you get to Friday, there are Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. And there's some deadlines you have to meet. There's some things that you really have to work out and to write out. And I need you guys to honestly get ahead. When you get off this, pick your clothes out for tomorrow. Iron them. Put yourself in a position to win. I know firsthand, a lot of us, we don't win our weeks because we lose at the beginning of your week. Like, how much sense does it make that we have this amazing week in front of us and we have all this potential, we have all this access to what could happen, but because we lose Monday, we put ourselves in a space, in a mental space that turns into a mental prison that we are never able to claw ourselves out of. So what could have been one of the most amazing weeks of our year thus far turns into one of the worst weeks of our year because we simply never did what we needed to do or what we could have done because we chose to lay down for a second, or we chose not to make those small but necessary changes to allow us to really see what's supposed to happen this week. I cannot say it again. I cannot say it enough. This week is about to be something special, so special. But you've got to get ahead to be able to get the fullness out of what this week is getting ready to drop and produce for you. Hear me. You have got to get ahead of this week early in order for you to see the fullness of what is supposed to happen for you this week. I can't say this enough. This week has something special with your name on it. But if you don't get ahead, you simply just won't see it. If you don't start tonight, start like almost right after this goes off, you won't be able to get the fullness of what's supposed to happen for you this week. You have worked really hard up until this point this year. You have put your time in, you have labored, you have did things you did not want to do, you have pressed past your own feelings sometimes. Yeah, you've made a few mistakes. Yeah, you fell short a few times, but guess what? At the end of the day, when you look back, you can see that, you know what? I did it. I'm still here. I'm still pushing. I'm still kicking. I'm still trekking. And I promise you, God's getting ready to reward us this week for that reason alone. So this is the thing. You have to get ahead this week in the most practical way possible. I mean, if it's down to you packing your lunch tonight, if it's down to you putting your gym bag by the front door, if it's down to you like setting your alarm and, if you're like me, your alarm sometimes needs to be a song that's going to make you get out of the bed, because if not, you'll stay in the bed. Whatever it is that you have to do for you to win your week, you know your recipe. You know what it's going to take for you to get up and to maximize. And I promise you, you need to do that this week. The second thing, you have to control your mind. Your mind is about to be a battlefield. Not because it's a bad thing, but it's because like that's the place where you win. You win everything in your mind, because in your mind that's where you make the decision to do certain things or to not do certain things. And this is the place that we have to get a grip on and get ahead of the devil. I mean, there are so many times that we really just like, you know what, oh my God, the devil did this. And it's like, no, the devil didn't really do anything. You just never kind of girded yourself and built yourself up and had yourself in the right position to win. So because of your inability and your lack of willingness to do what you have to do, you lost your mind, so therefore you lost your week. You lost your week, so you lost your month. But in the midst of you losing those days, you lost key moments in those days that could have really changed everything about your life. The day you woke up behind schedule, the day you woke up lagging, not really wanting to go somewhere, there could have been a divine appointment waiting on you in Starbucks. There could have been somebody that God sent in your path at the gas station to really change everything about you. There could have been somebody that you would have encountered in the elevator. There could have been something that you read in your Bible in the morning time just to really shift your focus and shift your mindset and your logic for the week. You missed it because you weren't there. You missed it because you didn't have control over your mind. You missed it because you went to bed so late because you were doing everything else except what you could have been. You missed that divine appointment. You missed that moment. You missed that encounter that could have changed everything. Think about that. How many times have you potentially missed what could have changed everything about your life simply because you just weren't there? because you had lost control of your mind, because you allowed your mind to get into a place of lax, as if you don't have to go into this week ahead of time. There are people that you love and you respect that are already prepared for tomorrow. Like it's what, 9 o'clock almost. They're prepared to win tomorrow. I started doing this because when I realized how I laid out my week, I was like, yo, everything I feel about this week, everything I feel that God is going to release and do this week, I believe confidently that I'm now in position for, because I went ahead. I planned ahead. It's so often that for some reason, we are so used to operating as if we are still at the back of the bus or we're on the third row of the truck. No, you have the ability to sit shotgun with God. It's like, yeah, God's going to drive this thing, but you have the ability to sit in the front seat and see what he sees. But yet we're so content operating from behind. We're so content from literally sitting on the back row, waiting for things to happen or waiting for the byproduct or the reaction to something happening, when we could have been ahead of it. We could have been right there in the mix. We could have been one of the ones that controlled the turn, that controlled the route that we took. But it all started by us simply getting ahead. And then secondly, having and controlling your mind. Pastor Josh said something today that really that stuck me, because it let me know like really the power that we possess. We're currently in this series called the power that's endless. It's within. And I realized, and God spoke to me in worship today, that everything that I desire to do, everything that I desire to see, all those things that I'm really wanting to see happen, they can happen, but it all starts within. There's so much credit that we have given absolutely everything and everyone except taking responsibility in our own hands. You have the actual power to shape your week and to shape your life and to shape your month and to shape your year by what you do, what you say, what you come into agreement with. It's so simple. By you staying in there's a level of control, there's a place of control that we do have. Yes, God is the author and the finisher. Yes, God is really navigating this show. But there's a place that you have that we often lose to free will, that you really could stay in the seat of authority with. You could stay in control. If you can control your mind, you can control your future. Pastor Josh said that today, and it was like, you know what? It was like, duh. I was like, man, like that's so key. Because when I think about all the weeks that I've lost the week and I've lost those days because of what I did to begin that day. So I got on here really to push you guys and to charge you guys. Start your week off on a healthy habit. Start your days off in a healthy habit. Whatever it takes, you've got to be all in. You don't realize that a lot of us are losing, and majority of us are losing and not seeing the fullness of certain things, not because it's not there, not because it's not attainable, not because it doesn't even have our name on it. It's because we are losing early. We are literally losing early. And we're losing early because we're simply not all in. Like, be real. Sometimes we are not as all in as we want to be, as we could be. Like, sometimes you got to be, you know what? I'm all in. And it's just as simple as that. A statement as simple as I'm all in. Because you know what that does? That shapes what you do. That shapes what you say. That shapes the limitations. And that shapes everything by you committing to yourself. I did a broadcast last week that talked about you got to be committed to yourself. So many times we've been committed to absolutely everything except you. The one thing that you have power over, the one thing that you have a level of control in, we're not committed to because we're simply just not all in. I'm seeing this on my Instagram and on Periscope. People are typing, I'm all in. I encourage you guys, put your money where the mouth is and say, I'm all in. Coach yourself, I'm all in. Put it on your mirror if you got to, I'm all in. Put it on your screensaver. You have got to get to a point where you're all in for you. For everything that your life is supposed to have, you got to be all in to receive. You don't get the best and you don't get the greatest by giving piss poor work ethic or kind of going half place or half route or half in. No, you got to go all the way in. You've got to go all the way in. And that's got to be a full circle approach to your life. In every area of your life, you got to be like, I'm all in. No matter what it takes, I'm all in. No matter how I feel, I've got to be all in. No matter what pops up and stands in front of me, I've still got to be all in. No matter what those around me are saying or not saying, I've still got to be all in. No matter what your body may even be telling you in the moment, I'm still all in. Many of us are not even seeing our health goals because we're not all in. Your body's saying, I'm tired, but your body's not really tired. We're just so used to being lazy and we don't realize that, but the fact that our minds have to be focused and trained just like our bodies, you got to remind yourself, you know what? I'm all in. Yeah, it's 5 a.m. And yeah, it may even be chilly outside, but guess what? I'm all in because I know that when my body's in a good shape, when my body's physically healthy, my mind's wired. My mind rolls at a different place because everything starts to function the way it's supposed to be. But it simply starts by us just kind of really saying, you know what? I'm all in. Yeah, you know what? I'm determined to get to work this week on time. Know what that means? I'm going to go to bed a little earlier. And also I'm going to get up a little earlier because you know what? I'm all in because I realize that what I do and how I mismanage what I have now will close some doors and allow some doors not to be open to me simply because of mismanagement. Think about what you don't have or what you're not seeing and what you're not operating in and what you don't possess because of mismanagement. That's real. That's so real. That's so honest. That is so real and so honest. It's some things are just not there, are not happening because we're not all in, and because we're not all in, we are automatically choosing and aligning ourselves and signing up to mismanage what we do have. You got enough. You got more than enough, actually. But we've got to decide I'm all in and I'm not going to mismanage what I have because I mismanaged long enough. And things may be okay right now. It may look good. But think about it. If you stop mismanaging here, where could you be? If I stopped mismanaging here, where could I be? Where could I be in context, full circle? Like when I look at the overview of my life, where could I be? Because I chose to be all in. I chose to get ahead of my week, to get ahead of my schedule. I chose to do things like actually make the decision to control my mind. Because you have that. Pastor Josh is on my Instagram. And Pastor Josh, thank you for your word today. Because it encouraged me to really say, you know what, Evan, I'm all in this week. Because I really believe that God has something special for each and every one of us this week. But it takes us being locked and loaded. Willing to just do whatever it takes, I'm all in. Whatever it takes, I'm all in. If you got to pull out your planner and plan your week out now, do it today. You know why? Because you're all in. And I really do believe those are the moments where we show God, we really put our faith to the test. Because I think when we kind of really show God, I'm going to be very intentional about this week. I believe it makes him smile. I really do believe he's like, you know what? Okay. You set yourself up for this. Let me go ahead and drop this on you. Let me go ahead and bless you with this. Because you know what? You prepared yourself. You said, you know what? I don't know what this week possesses. However, I'm going to go in with the right mindset, the right perspective, the right outlook. And because I'm going in with all those things in the right way, of course, you're going to expect some things. Of course, expectation and manifestation is going to happen because you're prepared for it. You are aligned with it. Because you chose to be all in. So that was all I wanted to jump in and tell you guys. Be all in. If you have a business or a brand or a nonprofit, a ministry, if it's something that you're running yourself, be all in this week. Do something as simple as lay out your post for the week tonight. I've already done mine. All the things that I'm going to post this week concerning my business are already done. You know why? Because I made the decision today to control my mind and control my future. And my mind says, you know what? You got a little time. You got a little downtime. Get ahead. So now I won't be scoundering trying to figure out what am I going to post content-wise for my business. I can focus on getting ahead and doing the next thing and preparing myself for the next thing and asking God, what's the next thing? Because you know why? I decided to control my mind and control my future by being proactive, by being productive, by saying, you know what? I'm all into everything that I desire to have. So you know what it's going to take from me? It's going to take discipline. It's going to take consistency. It's going to take a few yeses. It's going to take even a few no's. It's going to take me saying, you know what? No matter what it takes, I'm all in and I'm willing to do just what I have to do to get what I need out of this week. So, hey, that's pretty simple. That's it. I believe that God has something so special for all of us who've jumped on this and all those who are going to watch the replay. And all you have to do is say, I'm all in, and do what it takes to be all in. Get ahead of your week, get ahead early, and also control your mind this week. Things are going to arise because this week is promised to be something special. Things are going to happen, but it's all about what you choose and how you respond to what happens. But I tell you this, if you can control your mind, you are already in the winner's circle. And that's what I believe. This week is going to be a week for the winners. This week is going to be one where the winner's circle will arise. So again, thank you guys for jumping on in. If you got a business or a brand, don't forget tomorrow we launch out with the Expand Your Brand class tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Go to my website, www.IamEvanBrown.com, and register. Registration closes tomorrow at like 5 o'clock. I got a few more spots open, so guess what? Watch it. It's online. You can watch the replay. And if you got a friend that is pretty lazy and a friend that has a business or a nonprofit or something that they're trying to get off the ground and trying to really expose to the masses, do them a favor. Register them. Sign up for them. Be all in for your friend. Be all in for your brother. Be all in for your sister. Be all in. Because you know what? When one person wins, you all should win. And sometimes all it takes is for you to have one winner in your circle for you to realize I can have that. I can get to that goal. I can make my dreams happen. I can get to my place called there because I've seen what it looks like when somebody says, you know what, I'm all in. So again, any information on that to register real quick, it's only $50. Come on now, guys, $50. It's gonna help you kind of walk through how to use your social media, some ways for you to expand your social media, and also just really some ways for you to be placed in front of the right people. At one point in time, the biggest thing to say was, or the biggest thing to believe was, I'm one connection away. You are one connection away. And do you all realize how powerful the internet has made it for you to be one connection away? You are legit one share away from somebody that's going to change the rest of your life, seeing what it is that you have, seeing what it is that you produce, seeing your gifts, seeing your talent, hearing your voice, hearing your what you use to motivate, seeing your product, seeing your service. You're literally one connection away, and that connection can come and will happen through social media if you use it properly. So again, go to my website, www.IamEvanBrown. I pray you guys have an amazing week. Don't forget, use what you got. You're all in this week. Get ahead and control your mind. I promise you, we learned it today. You can control your mind, you can control your future, and you can see what it is that you desire to see. So have an amazing week. If you're anywhere near Huntsville, it's homecoming week at A&M. Go be a Bulldog, be on the hill, and live it up. But don't forget, you're all in, so do what it takes. Set your alarm, get your planner, pack your gym bag, pack your lunch, whatever it takes this week, you're all in. You said it. You typed it. You typed it. You said, I'm all in. So guess what? Do what it takes to be all in. And most importantly, do what it takes for you to win and for you to see what God has promised for you this week. I love you guys. Have an amazing week. And I will talk to you all later on this week.